to be creative and design their lessons differently when teaching Secondary 1 NA and NTS-BB students. These students may qualify for the normal academic Malay syllabus. Still, they need support to develop precursory skills so that they are equipped to learn better and do well in Malay language. With this in mind, we saw the need to develop precursory skills in our Secondary 1 NA and NTS-BB students before teaching them strategies to build their oral competencies. One of these precursory skills is the ability to storytell one's personal experiences before an audience. We noticed many of the students could not do this because of lack of confidence, poor organization of content, weak vocabulary, or simply they just do not know what to say. To achieve this aim, we designed 4 one-hour lessons that focused on the topic Negaraku Yang Permai from the Jauhari textbook. In the first lesson, we connected the students to the prior knowledge by getting them to share before the class places of interest in Singapore that they have been to before. The students' sharing was short and brief as they could not storytell their experiences. We had expected this. After the students' sharing, we engaged them to role-play as designers of souvenirs based on ideas they had gleaned from their experiences and their peers' sharing. They were tasked to think of an item that best represents Singapore and could be turned into a souvenir for tourists. They would then have to share and explain their choices at the start of the next lesson. In the second lesson, we guided the students to select other items if their choices were off the mark. We tasked students next to draw and colour their items. The drawings were then pasted onto a slightly thick material made of cardboard or plastic and cut out according to the shape of the items. We brought the products home to laminate them before gluing magnets on their bags. In the third lesson, we distributed to the students their souvenir magnets together with a handout to guide them how to storytell the places of interest connected with their souvenir magnets. We provided a list of sentence openers in the handout and took time to explain how to complete them. We then monitored and guided the students to complete the sentence openers. In the final lesson, we organized the students into groups of 4 and tasked them to storytell in their groups the places of interest connected with their souvenir magnets using the sentence openers they had completed. This activity was to prepare them to carry out similar tasks later but before the whole class. We conducted 4 rounds of the storytelling activity before the whole class. We observed students were engaged throughout all the different stages of the lessons. We believe that they saw their souvenir magnets as personal items that created a strong sense of ownership in them and caused them to have the best looking magnets and outdo their peers in storytelling. For instance, students who were absent in the previous lesson requested to be allowed to sit at the back of the class so that they could complete their souvenir magnets before participating in the lesson for that day. Another notable example was a foreign student who usually remained disengaged in class as she could not understand Malay actively participate in the lessons. We were heartened to see that students were able to engage in storytelling longer with greater details and better organization in the subsequent rounds of the storytelling activity before the whole class. Furthermore, many of them did not even refer to their handouts but spoke confidently. The precursory oral activity of engaging the students to storytell their personal experiences before an audience after creating souvenir magnets had helped equip the students before we work on teaching them the oral strategies to improve their oral competencies. We encourage teachers to try this activity with their Secondary 1 NA and NTSBB classes and explore other precursory activities to help students learn better and do well in Malay language.
Objek yang saya pilih ini ialah badan distorsi yang dikenali sebagai bunga orkid. Saya melihat bunga orkid ini bersama keluarga saya. Saya melihat bunga orkid ini semasa disiarkan di televisyen dan saya melihat bunga orkid ini di televisyen dan taman rumah. Perkara yang menarik perhatian saya tentang objek ini ialah cantik dan unik. Saya berasa gembira kerana rekaan saya bermakna dan ia bunga kebangsaan Singapura. Terima kasih.